Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2. Yes, day number 2, week 11 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for our class. Let us begin. We know that today is Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, the 7th of November. We know that the subject is, of course, mathematics. We're going to start with mathematics. And today we're going to do health science and general science as well, after math. The topic yesterday was, anyone can remember the topic for yesterday?
Adding area.
Adding
areas.
Very good, adding area. Today we're going to be looking at, guess what? If we added area yesterday, I think we're going to do today.
Subtract.
Very good, subtracting area. So let's look at that subtracting area. So let's begin. So let's look at an example. Let's say that I'm going to find the area of the shaded region. So let's say we have, let's consider something like this. We probably only could do 2 examples on this screen. Let's say we have a rectangle, right? And let's say that inside of this rectangle, we have our, let's say we have a right angle triangle inside of there. So let's make this white. Let me tee it up. Let's weight it some more. Really good. Okay, good.
Time limits of a T.
Hello.
For the triangle one, do we have to do the number that's closest to the top of the triangle?
You'll see. We'll explain it. We could use blue. I think the darker one is better. Yeah, much better. All right, so let's say that we have these numbers connected with them. So let's say that we have 6 centimeters on this end. So this is 6 centimeters. Let's say that on the other side, it's also 6 centimeters. Let's also say that this side is 7 centimeters. And let's say that the distance from here to here is let's say that the distance of the hypotenuse, let's say that it is 9. So with the distance of the hypotenuse right here, let's say that that's 9 centimeters. And let's say that the distance from end to end, let's say that this is a, I met these persons, if that's 9, let's say that this is 5 centimeters. And then obviously, let's say that this one right here is, yeah, let's leave it like that. Yeah, I think we're good. Please note that when we say that this distance, we're talking about, when we say 5, we're talking about from this end to that end. All right. Okay, good. So what we have is, or what our goal is to find the area of the what? You have to help me. What's our goal? We need to find the area of the what?
Shaded region.
The shaded region. Very good. Anyone have any idea of how we're gonna do that?
You subtract.
We're gonna shade.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna shade in the part that has blue, aka the square.
Okay, we're gonna shade it in. Interesting. Anyone else wanna try? How are we gonna find the area of the shaded region? Anyone? No ideas? Wow. All right, so what is the shaded region? Let's first talk about that. What is the shaded region? So the shaded region obviously is gonna be this part, right? The part that is in what? The part that is in what?
Blue.
In blue. In blue. Yeah, so the shaded area is obviously the part that is in blue. All right. So we need to figure out what is that area, right? So the first thing that we're gonna do in order to find out what's that area is we're gonna find out what is the area of the rectangle overall, right? Then we're gonna find out what is the area of the triangle, and then we're gonna find the difference between them. That's basically how we're gonna do this question. So with that in mind, let's do it. So like I said, the first step is to first find the area of the rectangle. So let's do that. So the area of a rectangle. That's the first step. Now, what is the formula for the area of a rectangle? What is the formula?
Length times width.
Length times width. Very good. So the formula for the area of a rectangle is going to be length times width. What is the length in this case? What is the length of the rectangle?
7.
Say it again.
Would it be 7?
Who said that?
Dion.
Who?
Dion.
Dion, you sound different. What happened?
Nothing.
Oh. So length multiplied by what? Width. The length is 7 because 7 is the what? The longest one. Come on, y'all gotta be with me today, man. 7 is
It's
what?
the longest. It's the longest side.
It's the longer side. Okay, and then we multiply that by what? We multiply that by 6. 6 centimeters, which is the width. So 6 centimeters is the width and 7 centimeters is the length. What is 7 centimeters multiplied by 6 centimeters?
42
42 or 56? Which one? You gotta make up your mind.
Centimeters.
What is it?
42 centimeters square.
56?
42, Mr. D.
42 or 56? I keep on saying someone saying 56.
42.
42, Mr. D.
42.
7 times 8 is 56.
Very good. 7 times 6 is 42. It's gonna be 42 what? Centimeters
Squared.
Centimeters squared. Very good. So 42 centimeters squared. Good. That's the area of the rectangle. How do we get the area of the rectangle? We multiply the length of the rectangle by the width of the rectangle. And that's how we get it. Any questions on that? On how we get the area of the rectangle? Any questions on that?
No, sir.
No? Yes.
Could you do that over, please? I missed that.
Okay, so all we wanted, okay. We want to figure out what is the area of the rectangle. The rectangle is the bigger one, right? So what's the area of a rectangle? The formula, length times width. What's the length? The length is 7. What is the width? The width is 6. So all we do is we multiply length times width, which is 7 times 6, which is 42. And that's how we get the area of the rectangle. All right?
Okay, I get it now.
Now, Elchanik, are you there?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
What did you stop to on yesterday?
Can you repeat that?
What did you stop on yesterday?
I just finished on the next 3.
Okay, you didn't even stay back for us to go over it. Will you have time tonight to stay back so we can go over them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Say it again.
I said if you want me to 9 o'clock.
Yes, come back at 9, yeah. But you're gonna do the next 3, right?
That's what I do.
Say it again.
That's what I do now.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we know the area of the rectangle. But we need to figure out the area of the triangle. Now let's do that. Area of a triangle is gonna be what?
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2. Very good. So area of a triangle is going to be base times height divided by 2. So the base is this one. So we have base times height divided by 2. What is the base?
5.
What is the base?
5.
5 centimeters, right? The base right there is 5 centimeters. So it's going to be 5 centimeters. What is the height?
6.
That's a very good question. What is the height?
I say 6, Mr. Budi.
6? How you get 6?
I still thinking about my answer because I remember you saying it have to line up, but I ain't too sure on this one.
You're not sure? Okay, how you get
9. Is it 9?
9? Someone said 9. Okay, interesting. Anyone else?
6.
China, why you say 6?
Did it look like 6?
It looked like 6. China, why you say 6?
Because the rectangle wall, like the shape, the perimeter is 6 and it line up with the triangle perimeters.
Okay, so the length of this, the length of the width of the rectangle is 6 centimeters, and it's directly the same length of this, right? So both of them must be 6 centimeters, all right? So that means that the height, all right, it's also gonna be what? 6 centimeters. You all see that? So both of them are 6 centimeters. All right, so now that we have that, so the height is 6 centimeters, so it's gonna be 6 centimeters right now. And we have to divide that by 2. All right. Zara, what is 5 times 6? Sarah, what is 5 times 6?
Yes, sir.
What is 5 times 6?
30.
30, very good. And if you do 30 divided by 2, what do you get?
I have to work that out.
So work it out. Anyone know it by the head? 30 divided by 2?
15.
15, very good. So 30 centimeters squared divided by 2 is going to be 15. 15 centimeters squared. So it's going to be 15. 15 centimeters squared. All right. Zaria,
Yes, sir.
are we done with this question?
I took a photo of it.
No, I'm saying, are we done?
Oh,
They asked us to find the area of the shaded region. So far, we have found the area of the rectangle, which we know is 42 centimeters squared. We've also found the area of the triangle. Are we done with the question as yet?
no, sir.
No, so we'll be able to do to find the area of the shaded region.
Add
We have to add the both of
I'm
them.
talking to Zaria. Go ahead. What do we have to do?
Add 9.
Add what?
9.
Add 9? No. Remember, we want the area of the red portion. All right. How are we going to figure out the area of the red portion? I mean, at least the one that is
We subtract.
shaded. Someone said it.
We subtract.
Subtract.
Subtract what?
We subtract the area of the rectangle and then the area of the triangle.
Very good. So remember, we want the area of the part that is in red. Okay, we want that area. So if we want that area, then what we need to do is we need to subtract, or we need to take away, right? Once we take away this area, the area of the triangle, from the area of the rectangle, then we could be able to find what's left, which is going to be the area of the shaded region. So for this one, we have to subtract. So we have to subtract. And that's why we have the title, Subtracting Areas. So let's subtract. So that means that the area of the shaded region, so let's get it. Uh-huh.
The answer is 27.
That's what you get, 27. Let's see. So the area of the shaded region. So area of shaded region is going to be equal to 42 centimeters squared. All right, that's 42 centimeters squared. Minus what? 15 centimeters squared. So we have to subtract these two to get the area of the shaded region. By the way, let me underline it. So now, what is 42 minus 15? What is that?
37.
27 centimeters.
27 or 37?
27.
37 centimeters squared.
37 or 27?
27.
27 centimeters squared.
27.
It's 27.
27, very good. Chardonnay, you have a question?
May I be excused for 2 minutes, please?
Sure. So 27 centimeters, centimeters squared. Okay. And that's how we get the area of the shaded region. All right, good. Latalia, can you explain how we got the area of the shaded region?
Pardon me?
Can you explain how we got the area of the shaded region, which is 27 centimeters
Okay,
squared?
so you subtract
Pardon?
42 cm squared.
Oh,
Yes,
wait.
sir.
Okay, good. Now we can start.
You subtract, wait, how we get it, or explain the area of the shaded region?
Like, how do we get 27 from start to finish? How do we get 27 centimeters?
Yes, sir. So to find the area of the shaded region, you have to subtract 42 centimeters squared, which you got from the area of the rectangle. Then you have to subtract it by 15 centimeters squared, which you got from the triangle. And then once you subtract it, you should get 27 centimeters squared.
Okay, but how do we get the area of the rectangle and triangle? I want you to explain that.
For the area of the rectangle, you have to multiply length times width equals 7 centimeters times 6 centimeters, which would give you 42 centimeters squared.
Okay.
To find the area of the area of the triangle, you have to do base times height divided by 2, which would equal 5 cm times 6 cm divided by 2, which equals 30 cm squared divided by 2, which would give you 15 cm squared.
Very good. And how do we get 27?
To find the area of the shaded region, you have to use the 24 centimeters squared that you got from the rectangle, and then subtract it by 15 centimeters squared, which you got from the triangle. And once you subtract it, you should get 27 centimeters squared.
Very good. Good. So we get 27 centimeters squared. Thank you.
Pardon me, Mr. Petit. May I
Sure.
go to the bathroom, please?
Yes, we can. Kaden, can you explain how we got 27 centimeters squared?
Okay, yes, sir. I'm gonna explain it now. Okay, so when we're finding the shaded region, we have to figure out the area of that rectangle, which counts as length times width. So when we look at the square or the shape, we have to find the length times width, and we figured out that 7 and 6 would be the length and the width. So we times that by 7 centimeters times 6 centimeters, which equals 42 centimeters squared. Now we have to find the area of the triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. And we figured out that 5 centimeters times 6 centimeters would be the base and height of the triangle. And then we multiply 5 by 6, which gives us 30 centimeters squared divided by 2, which gives us 15 centimeters squared. And then we figured out the area of the shaded region by by subtracting 42 by 15 centimeters squared, which gives us our shaded region 27 centimeters squared.
Very good. Very good. Kaden and Latalia, thank you for the explanation. I want to know, Taya, do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir, I understand.
How about you, Tanaz? Do you understand? Tanaz Forbes, do you understand how we got the answer? I can't hear from Tanaz. Stene Penniman, do you understand how we got our answer? Where's Stene?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Stacy, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's do another example. So again, we want to find the area of the shaded region. Let's say we have something like this. And let's say that, so this is going to be example number 2. Let's say we have something like this. And again, we want to find the area of the shaded region. I think we even can get away with some more space here. All right, good. Try to fill this white shape of line. So let's say that this side is 8 meters. Let's say that this side is 9 meters. And then this side is also 9 meters. And let's say that the distance from so this is 6 centimeters or 6 meters. So the distance from here to here is 6 meters. And let's assume that the hypotenuse is 12 meters. And what we want to do is we want to find the area of the shaded region. So let me shade it in. So let's say that this is 12 meters. And again, the goal is to find the area of the shaded region. So let's shade it in. That means we're going to find this area right there, the area of the shaded region. All of that right there. And not only that, but also this side as well. We want to find the area of the shaded region right now. Okay, good. So let's begin. So tell me, Shadney, what's the first thing that we're gonna do? Shadney, what's the first thing that we're gonna do? Is Shadney there? Shadney, are you there? All right, counting from Shadney. Santos, are you there? Santos Clark.
I can answer.
Okay, go ahead.
8 cm or 8 m times 9.
All right, so you can do length times width.
Yes, sir.
What is the length?
8.
You sure? Remember, the length is the longest side.
9.
9 meters. Good. And what is going to be the width?
8.
8 meters. And when we do 8 meters multiplied by 9 meters, what is the result?
72
72 what?
meters square.
Meters squared. Very good. So 72 meters squared. Santos, where's Santos? Is Santos here?
Yes, sir.
What happened? Why am I calling you and you're not answering?
Sorry about that.
All right, do you understand how we get the area of the rectangle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next up, so we got the area of the rectangle, which is going to be 72 meters squared. Now, next person, Samaya, what is the next thing we're gonna do?
We have to find the area of triangle.
Okay, how do we find the area of the triangle?
We have to multiply base times height.
Base times height. And then divided by what?
Divided by 2.
Very good. So we have to do base times height divided by 2. So the base multiplied by the height and divided by what? 2. Thank you, Samaya. Sabria, what is the base? Sabria, what is the base? I can't hear from Sabria. Renaya Douglas. Where's Renaya? Renaya Douglas, are you there?
I can answer this question.
I want them to answer. Renaya, are you there? Hello, Renaya, are you there? You're very low. I could barely hear you. Can you speak into your mic?
Hello?
Yes. What is the base? What is the base of the triangle? Do you know or you don't know?
Well, 5 centimeters.
I can't hear you. You have to speak into the mic, Renaya. I can't hear you. Why don't you type inside the chat? Because I cannot hear you. Namaya, what is the base? Namaya Russell.
I don't understand.
You don't understand? Okay. Can someone help with a 5 figure? What is the base of the triangle?
The base will be 6 meters.
6 meters. Very good. So the base of the triangle, Namaya. Oh, Renaya and
Yes, sir.
okay, the base is 6 centimeters. So the base is going to be the bottom part of the triangle. All right, this part. So the base is 6 meters. Do you see that? Do you see that? Namaya?
Yes, sir.
Good. So the base is the bottom part. Now, what is the height of the triangle, Namaya?
Would it be 12?
No. That's not the height. That's the hypotenuse. The height is going to be this side. Okay? That's the height, always. So what's the length of that side?
Okay, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? What is the length of this side?
The length of that side is 9 meters.
Very good. It's 9 meters. So we have 6 meters multiplied by 9 meters. And then with the formula, say divided by 2, right? So what is, Namaya, what is 6 times 9?
54.
54. Is she correct? It's 6 times 9, 54.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Good. So it's gonna be 54 what? Meters squared?
Yes,
Meters
sir.
squared. Good. 54 meters squared. Now we have to divide that by what?
2.
Divided by 2. And what is 54 divided by 2?
27 meters square.
27. Okay, good. 27 is going to be equal to. How many persons got 27 for this one?
I got it.
I got it.
Okay, good. Very good. 27 meters squared. All right. Notice that for this one, we do not use centimeters because the question is written in terms of meters. So that's why we use meters. Nathan, where's Nathan? Nathan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
We have the area of the rectangle. We have the area of the triangle. How are we going to find the area of the shaded region, Nathan? What are we gonna do?
Take away 72 from 7.
I can't hear you. You have to speak, man. What we have to do?
Take away 72 from 27.
You mean 27 from 42? You mean
Yes, sir.
27 from 72? Good. So when we have 72, so in order to find the area of the shaded region, now we have to do 72 centimeters squared minus what? 27 centimeters squared. And what is our answer when we get that? What's our result? 72 minus
Mr. Mati,
huh?
45 meters
centimeters is meters.
It's meters. Thank you. Thank you. It's meters. What is the answer? What y'all get? 72 meters squared minus 27. What y'all got?
I got
45.
What you got when you subtract them?
45 meters.
45 meters squared. Very good. So it's going to be equal to 45 meters squared. It's going to be 45 meters squared. So the area of the shaded region is going to be 45 meters squared. All right. Now, Michael, can you explain how we got 45 meters squared?
Yeah, so after you find the area of the rectangle and the area of the triangle, then the answers you got from that, you have to subtract them, and that answer will be the area of the shaded area region.
Very good. But how did we get the 72 and how did we, so explain specifically how we got 72 and how we got 27.
So first you have to find the area of the rectangle, and the formula for that is length times width. And in this problem, the length is 9 meters and the width is 8 meters. And when you times those two, it'll be 72 meters squared. Then next you have to find the area of the triangle. And the formula for that is base times height over 2. And the base for this problem is 6 meters and the height is 9 meters. Then you still put that back over 2. Then 6 times 9 equals 54. Then you put it over 2. Then divide 54 into 2, which is 27 meters squared. And then you subtract those two numbers to get the area of the shaded region.
Very good. Okay, good. Very good explanation. Matthew, do you understand how we got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you understand, explain how we got 45.
For the triangle,
For the answer for the area of the shaded region, how do we get 45 meters squared?
base times height, and for the whole thing or just
For the whole thing, how do we get the 45 meters squared? How do we get that? Start from the area of the rectangle and then the area of the triangle and then area of the shaded region, stuff like that. Do you understand or no? Because you're taking very long to answer this question.
He's talking, but I think he has his mic muted.
Oh.
He's still talking, Mr. Petit.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell him his mic is muted.
This mic is not muted, it's just that it's not working because it's open. Is it possible for him to use your device, Olivia? Go ahead, explain
Go
it.
ahead, explain. The area of the
Mute.
the area of the rectangle equals length times width, and then the area 9 times 8m equals 72m squared. The
Okay.
area of the triangle equals base times height, and then you divide that by 2.
Mm-hmm.
That is 6 times 9m squared divided by 2. That equals 54m squared, and then you divide that by 2.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you 27m squared, and
Mm-hmm.
then you take away the 72 which you get from the rectangle, and you take away that from the 27 which you get from the triangle, and that is equal to 55m squared.
55.
45m squared, sorry.
Okay.
45m squared.
Good. Very good explanation. Good. Malaya, do you understand? Malaya roll. Where's Malaya? Malaya says, yes, she do. Laverne Brown, do you understand? Laverne Brown, do you understand how we got to answer?
Yeah, so
How come you don't come to class as often? You skip days. What's happening? Hello, Lavelle. I'm talking to you. How come you don't come to class often? Hello?
so
What's the problem? Why you can't come to class 4 days in a row? What happened? You have no answer.
my phone was messed up.
Your phone is messed up. So am I gonna see you on tomorrow and Thursday?
Yeah, so
Okay. That's what you say. I hope you live up to your word. But you understand how we got this.
yeah, so
All right, good. All right, so are we ready for the grade exercise or no?
Just ready in one more piece.
All right.
Yes, sir, we're ready.
Okay. Bree Turnquest, are you there?
I'm ready, Mr. Booth.
Do you understand what we did?
Yes, sir.
And how about Bri? Do you understand? Hello, Bri, do you understand? Is that the name? Bri? I mean, your sister.
Your first name is Bryce, sir.
Bri, okay, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so let's go ahead and actually do an example. Not example, but let's go ahead and look at
Graded exercise.
graded exercise. Yes, sir. Yes. Graded exercise. All right, so let's go. It shouldn't be difficult. All it is figuring out what is the area of the shaded region, the one that's on the outside, and we do that by subtracting. All right. So let's begin. Well, let's continue. So great exercise. Number 1. We have a right triangle. By the way, these are right triangles. All right. So we have this right triangle in here. And let's label it. Let's say that this is 8 centimeters. Say that this is 5 centimeters. So Maya, where's Somaya? Somaya, are you there? Somaya. Let's say that this is also 8. When I say 5, what I mean is that this distance here is 5. From here to here, it's 5. And let's say that the total distance is let's say 10. Let's say that this is 12 centimeters. What we want to do is we want to find the area of the shaded region. All right. Now, what I should mention is that the instructions is to find the area of the shaded region. So let me put that down. Find the area of the shaded region. For those who missed the first slide, let me just take a picture of it. I noticed that some people just came. So let me just give you all the first slide. That's what we did on the first slide. And then we go on to the next one. Let's say that we have something that looks like this. Only one thing is that we have it this way. And let's say that we have something like this. And so for this one, for number 2, we also need to find the area of the shaded region. So let's look at it. This is number 2. And let's say that we have let's say that this is 13 meters. So this is 11 meters. So this is 9 meters. And also 9 meters. that this is 4 meters. And when I say 4 meters, I mean that the distance from here to here is 4. All right, and so the goal is still to find the area of the shaded region, the area of this right there. All right, let's consider one more. All right, so I say that for this one we have 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters. And let's say that the bottom is also 10 meters. So the bottom bar right there is also 10 meters. So if all the sides are equal, what shape is this?
An isosceles.
It's a square. It's a square.
It's a square.
It's a square. It's a square. Yeah, none deep. And let's say we have. Say that this is 9 meters. Let's say that this is 5 meters. This is also 5 meters. That means we don't want it to be 9. That means we want it to be. It should also be 10, technically speaking. Let's say that this is 12 meters. Let's say that this is also 12 meters. Good. And so this is number 3. So you want to figure out the area of the shaded region. And the shaded region is all of that. So are we going to find the area of the shaded region? That's the question for number 3. And the shaded region is obviously the area that is in blue that I'm shading red now. All right, good. Aaron, are you there? Where's Aaron? Aaron Claire, are you there? Can't hear from Aaron. Adrian, are you there? Adrian, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
I'm on number 2.
Number 2, okay. And Ajani, what number are you on?
Number
what?
Number 2.
Number 2, okay. Somaya, are you there? Where's Somaya? Somaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Let- Is this Somaya?
No, this my daughter phone, my other daughter phone.
Oh, okay. Can I speak to Somaya, please?
Sure, hold for me. Hello?
Somaya, let me ask a question. Mute the class. Let me ask a question. Who pays for your classes?
My mother.
Okay, does your mother have money to waste?
No.
Okay, so why are you wasting her money?
I answered you.
No. You want to answer my question yet? I said, why are you wasting her money? Because you have not handed me a single assignment from since last week. That don't make no sense. And every time I call you inside the class, you never respond, even though you're there. And you always come in late to the class. So what's the point? What's the point? I don't understand. Please help me. Because at this point, I'm lost. What is the point? If you keep on coming to class late, you don't respond when I ask you a question, and you don't submit a single assignment. So what's the point of paying for these classes? Tell me, please, because I lost. Hello?
I don't know.
Okay, then, well, you need to tell her that she need to discontinue with the classes because you're not cooperating with me and you're not cooperating with her. Do you want that to happen?
No.
Okay, but then you need to submit your work. You need to actually participate inside the class. You need to actually answer me when I call you inside the class. There's no way I need to call your mother or somebody else phone to get in contact with you when you're inside the class. That don't make no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. So either you're gonna do that for this week, or I just gonna tell your mommy it doesn't make sense for her to spend her money and she pays me faithfully to teach you and you are not cooperating at all. Does that make sense? Hello, does that make sense?
Yes.
Well, you need to get your act together, Somaya. I need you to, are you inside the class now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need you to actually do the work. If you don't understand something, ask me. All right, but there's no way you could be going to class for all this time and I only have bits and pieces of work for you. That don't make no sense, man. So I expect to see a change from you. Otherwise, I don't need you inside my class and your mommy don't need to be spending all this money for you. All right. All right, once you finish with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, if you finish with your work, I think Bri or Bree or Bri, which one, said they're done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, once you finish, Bree, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. All right. Please, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. So far I have Bree or Bri, which one? Please do not type inside the chat. Can you actually talk to me, please?
Okay.
Go ahead. What's your name again?
Return request, sir.
Bree? Okay. Are you sending your work now?
My mom is sending it to you now, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Wait, I don't understand this. Why are you not using a ruler to draw your stuff? Hello? Bree.
I am using one.
No,
sir.
no. Your work needs to be much more needed than how it is now. Because this is very sloppy.
Yes, sir.
What you need to do, well, no. What you need to do, you need to write it over. Because this is sloppy work. Write it over and then do it again. Because I can't
Okay.
accept this. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. So far, I have China, Bethany, Aliyah, Olivia, and Janelle's work. Janelle. Where's Janelle?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you use a Why don't you use a ruler? Didn't I say to use a ruler and a pencil when drawing these things?
Yes, sir. But I know correct work.
Yeah, so why you send it to me? I keep on telling you, send me stuff that
I
makes
don't
sense.
take.
What you need to do is you need to do it over because at this point, your stuff don't even look like sense. Make sure your
Yes,
work is
sir.
neat. Make sure your work is neat. I keep on telling you the
Yes,
same
sir.
thing over and over and over again. Namaya, where's the first part?
Oh, the notes?
Yes, the notes.
I'm not completed with the notes.
Okay. And why you're not using centimeter squared and meter squared?
Sorry, Mr. Petit, I'll correct it.
Y'all joking, man. That's what y'all doing. Not all of you, some of you. Yes, you can. Brad Sean Turnquest, where's your work?
Hello?
What number you
I
on?
already I sent it already.
Let me see. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I sent my work to you.
Let me ask a question, Prashant. If we say find the area of the shaded region, why don't you shade the regions that I have shaded?
Yes, sir. I'll correct it.
I mean, come on, Prashant. That's common sense. Common sense, Prashant. Common sense. Shade the areas I have shaded. I don't think I have to be telling you that. You're in high school, man. Kvet Procenti.
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
I'm in number 2.
Number 2. Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir, but I'm not sure about number 3.
Okay. CJ, Joseph. Joseph?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
I number 3.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Not really.
Not really?
No, sir.
So why don't you ask me, Joseph, if you don't understand? Why
I
we have
was
to go
waiting.
through this every day? Why you have to go through this every day?
I was waiting to tell you. Answer the questions, and I show the example again.
So what part you don't understand? Give me one moment. What part don't you understand, Joseph?
I guess at number 1.
Oh boy. Okay, we when we explain it, I can explain it over for you. Because I don't understand what you be doing. Sitting in this class, and plus you like to come late. I don't get it, man.
I ain't come late this time, so.
No, I know what I saw. You came late. That's why you don't understand what to do. Ashtan, what number are you on? Number what?
3.
Number 3? Okay. All right. Who else? Claremont Knight, what number are you on? Claremont Knight, what number are you on? I can't hear from him. Denisha, what number are you on, Denisha?
Number 3, so.
Number 3. Dante, what number are you on?
I'm finishing up with number 2, going on number 3.
All right. Dwayne Slew, what number are you on? Dwayne Slew. Where's Dwayne? Dwayne Slew, are you there? Where's Dwayne? I can't hear from Dwayne. Dwayne, are you there? The same thing happen every night. Never here. Egypt, what number you on, Egypt?
I on number 2.
And Garvin, what number you on? Garvin Lawrence, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. Kiajane Bethel, what number you on? Kiajane? Kiajane. Can't hear from Kiajane. How about Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on, Nevaeh? Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on? Can't hear from Nevaeh. What if? Go ahead, Denisha. Yes, you may. All right. Who all are finished with the work? Let me know.
I am.
All right. Only 2 persons?
I am. I'm also finished, Mr. Petit, and I also sent it.
I finish.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead and actually do it. Okay, Rashid is finished. Okay, so all right, so for number 1, what's the first thing we're gonna do? By the way, let me ask, what's the name is? Joseph. Joseph?
We're gonna do
Joseph. The first thing we need to do is find the area of the rectangle. What's the area of the rectangle? Length times width, right? I talking to Joseph, so I'm talking to Joseph because he don't understand. What's the area of the rectangle, Joseph? Length times width, right?
That's right.
What is the length?
8. 10.
And what's the width?
8.
Good. So what is 10 times 8?
80.
80. So the area of the rectangle is going to be 80 centimeters squared. For those who got number 1, please put your final answer inside the chat, please. Again, for those who got number 1, please put your final answer inside the chat. Now we want, Joseph, we want the area of the area of the triangle. So the triangle is what? Base times height, right? And what is the base?
5.
Very good. What's the height?
12.
No, the height is not 12. The height is always this distance. This distance right now. So what's the height? The base is 5. What's the height?
The height is 8.
I'm talking to Joseph. Joseph, I want Joseph to help me with this. What's the height?
I is 8.
Very good. The height is 8. And then we have the divider by what? Joseph, you have to divide it by what?
5.
No, the formula say divided by what? 5 centimeters multiplied by 8. And you have to divide that by what? According to the formula. Divided by what? 2. What is 5 times 8, Joseph?
40.
40, very good. 40 centimeters squared. And what is 40 centimeters squared divided by 2? What is that? What is 40 divided by 2, Joseph?
20.
20 centimeters squared. By the way, for those who already finished with question 1, can you put your final answer in the chat for me, please? Put your final answer in the chat. Okay, now we have the area of the rectangle and we have the area of the triangle. But we want the area of the shaded region. So how are we going to get that? We have to subtract these two. So what is 80 centimeters squared minus 20, Joseph? Joseph, what is 80 centimeters squared minus 20?
Uh, 60.
60. Is he correct? Is it 60?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many persons
Yes,
got
sir,
60?
most definitely.
How many persons got 60 centimeters squared?
I did.
I did.
I did.
I did. So y'all got
did.
very good. So y'all got number 1 right?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
That is Sabria, Rashid, Latavia, Kevin, China, Chai, Taya, Michael, Jessica, Bethany, Claremont, Santos, Chardonnay, Waterfall, Prashawn, Olivia, Aliyah, Janelle, and Garvin. Good. Now let's do number 2. Who wants to tell me number 2? How are we gonna? What's the first thing we're gonna do?
We find the length times width.
The length times width. Very good. Bri Turnquest and Bree, did y'all get number 1 right?
I didn't get it right, sir.
I can't hear you. Did you get it right?
No, sir.
No. What did you got? What did you do wrong?
I times 5 by 6 and got 15.
Why did you use 6? Number 6 is not the length. 8 is the length, okay?
Okay.
The word is yes sir and no sir when you're speaking to me, not okay. How about your sister? Bri, I think. It's hard to remember your name. I think Bree. Can you pronounce
I
her
got it
name?
right.
What's her name?
Bri.
Bri. So your sister name is what?
Bree.
Okay. Okay. You got number 1 right?
Yes, sir.
Did you send me your work?
I just did.
Okay, good. All right. So for number 2, we have A is equal to what? We have to find the area of the rectangle, right? What's the area of the
Yes, sir.
rectangle? What's the area of the rectangle?
Length time width.
Say it
Length
again.
times the width. Length times the width.
Length times width. Very good. And what is length times width?
11 times 9.
Say it again.
11 times 9.
11 times 9. Very good. So it's going to be 11 times 9, which is basically 11 meters multiplied by what?
9.
9 meters. What is 11 times 9?
99.
99 meters square.
That's going to be what? 99
Meters square.
Meters squared. Very good. All right. If you think you know the answer to number 2, put your answer inside the chat, please. The final answer for number 2, put inside the chat for me. Now we need to find the area of the triangle. What's the area of the triangle? Base times height divided by what?
2.
Divided by 2. What is the base? The base is what? What is the base? The base is what? 4 meters. What is the height? The height is what? 9 meters.
9.
Good. And then we have to divide that by 2. So what is 4 meters times 9?
45.
36.
36 meters.
36.
36 meters square. I
36.
just got a second guess my answer when I have 45. Look at me.
36 meters squared. All over what? All over
2.
2, right? And what is 36 divided by 2?
You on a net?
That's 18 centimeters square.
18 centimeters squared. Very good. Good. Now,
But I thought that was 18 millimeters square, not centimeters.
meters. That's true. Not centimeters. Meters. All right. Again, if you think you know the answer to number 2, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. If you feel like you know the answer to number 2, put your answer inside the chat. Now, good. Now we need to know the area of the shaded region. What's going to be the area of the shaded region? We have to do what?
Subtract.
Subtract what?
Subtract 99 and 18.
Very good. Subtract 99 and 18. So 99 meters squared minus 18 meters squared. And what do we get when we subtract them?
81.
99 minus 18. Waterfall, you had the conversation I told you to have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 81 meters squared. What did she say?
You said okay, perfect.
All right. 81 meters squared. Okay. So Talia got it. Rashid. Who else got number 2 right? Who got 81 meters squared for that?
Me.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Natalia, Rashid,
I did.
Malia.
I did.
Very good.
did.
Latavia, Bri, Jessica, Chevin, Bree, Bri, Kaden, Chai, Tia, Olivia, Bethany, Shadney, Aaliyah, Rashawn, Bri. Sabria, did you get this answer? Yes, Sabria.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so why didn't you put your answer in the chat?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing something for my mother because she called me.
No, you couldn't be doing something for your mother because if you had to leave, you would say, Mr. Petit, can I leave for a few moments? That's the right thing to do.
Sorry, Mr. Putin.
Okay, so all right, so let's move on. What do y'all get? I'm very curious. What did y'all get for number 3?
I got 50.
50.
50?
I got 50 meters squared.
50 meters squared. Interesting.
Yeah, 50 meters square.
Can I step
50.
Can I
Put
step away?
yes, you
I
can.
got 50 meters.
Put your answer inside the chat, please. With whatever you got, whatever your result was. Put your answer inside the chat, please. I want to see what you got. Akiro, where's Akiro? Akiro, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Why are you not responding in the chat?
I was about to, and I was still working on number 3, but I'll be listening, sir.
Okay. And Ajani, how about you? Ajani? I can't hear you. You have to speak into the mic so I can hear you, you know.
I said I'm about to answer in the chat.
Okay. All right, so let's see what we have for number 3. Most persons are saying 50. Okay, interesting. It'll be interesting to see how I get 50. Well, what's the first thing we're gonna do for this one? You have to do what? Find the area of
Length
what?
times width.
Very good. Find the area of the square, right? And the area of the square is gonna be what? Length times length times width. Good. What is the length?
The length is 10.
10 meters. What is the width?
10.
Also 10. So 10 meters multiplied by 10 meters, that's going to be what?
100.
100 what?
Centimeters. Yeah.
Not centimeters, 100 meters squared.
Oh.
Good. How many persons got that?
I did.
All
I
right.
did.
Okay, so you're on the right track. Now let's figure out what is the area of, I'm gonna call it A1 because we're gonna look at this triangle. All right. So what's the area of that triangle? We have what? Base times height, which is what? 10 meters. No, the base is 5, isn't it? The base is what? 5, so it's gonna be 5 meters multiplied by what? 10 meters. And divided by what?
2.
2. So what is 5 times 10?
50.
50. It's gonna be 50
divided by 2.
meters squared. Divided by what?
2.
2, which is gonna be what? 25 meters squared. So only thing we have to do now is subtract, right?
Yes, sir.
So we have to subtract what? 125, is that correct? Is that how we do it?
But
No.
we have another triangle though.
We have another triangle. So what do we have to do with that?
10 times 5.
So you're telling me I have to find the area of the next triangle again?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So I have to find the area of 2 triangles, that's what you're saying?
No, sir.
Yes.
Help me out. What am I doing? Go ahead.
I think you have to find the base and the height of the other triangle because it's 2.
It's 2. Okay, interesting. Anyone else want to try? How did y'all get 50? What y'all do?
I found the area of the rectangle, then I found the area of the 2 triangles because they're not together.
Okay, so you find the area of the 2 triangles. And then what you do? You add them, I guess? And then subtract?
Subtract.
Okay, interesting. Anyone else want to try? No one? All right. So the idea is that we have 2 triangles. All right. We call this one 1. We got the next one 2. But the interesting thing is that they are identical because they have the same base and height. So they are basically the same triangle. So I'm gonna call this A2. And what we have to do is what? Find 5 meters multiplied by what?
10.
10 meters. Then we have to divide it by what?
2.
Divided by 2. It's gonna be equal to, what is 50 meters divided by 2?
50 again.
No. Oh yeah. I mean 50 meters divided by 2. I meant 25 meters squared, yeah. So now we have two triangles. So we have to do what? In order to find the total area, we have to do what?
Subtract.
Subtract what?
25 and 35.
No. We have to subtract 100 meters.
Take away
Take away
25.
what?
25.
Take away 20. But we have two 25s. So we have to add them. Yeah, we have to add them. 25 meters plus 25 meters.
$50.
And so it's gonna be
50.
100 meters squared minus what? What is 25 meters squared plus 25 meters squared? That's gonna be what?
Is it 50?
50, yes, 50. 50 meters squared. And what is 100 minus 50?
50.
50. But now how many persons got this right?
I did.
I did, Mr. Petit.
I
How many
did.
persons got this right?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
Jai. All right, good. How many persons did it like how I did it? Is the question.
Me.
Mm.
Last one like
I didn't do number 3 like that.
How did you get 50 though? I don't understand. What other way you could get 50? What you go?
Mines, I do 100 meters, take away 25 meters, take away 25 meters, fill out up to the 50
Yeah.
meters. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else?
Since there was a double triangle with the same measurements, I
Mhm.
just did 10 times 10 divided by 2, which was 50.
Okay, so you just make it one triangle, basically.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Another way you could do is you can multiply it by 2. So you could do 25 multiplied by 2 because it's two triangles with the same dimensions. And then you can after that then you could subtract it from 100. All
I
right.
never think with that. I really just see it, I look at it, and I say it's the same, so I do the same method, and I got my answer.
This way, Mr. Petit.
What did you get, Kaden?
I got 50 meters squared.
Okay. All right. All right, good. If you think that you understand how to do this, put I inside the chat. If you think that you do not and you need more explanation, put N. All right. If you feel like you understand, put I. If you feel like you do not understand, put N for me, please. I need Go ahead.
I just got my glass.
Okay, you need to take a screenshot of this picture so you could get that notes, and I'll give you the other slide as well. All right. Some persons did not say I or N. So I need you, if you understand, put I inside the chat. If you do not understand, put N. Some persons still have not responded in the chat. All right, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Some people, I still do not have your work. And that's frustrating and annoying because I do not run a daycare center. Somaya, where's Somaya? Somaya, are you there? Where's your work, Somaya? Why don't I have a picture of your work yet?
Still doing it.
Say it again.
I'm still doing it.
What number are you on?
Number 3.
Do you understand how we got the answers for the 3 of them, or you need me to explain it again?
I understand.
All right. All right, so I'm going to take a picture of this. For those persons who are still working on it. Please note that if you're still working on this, the picture of it is inside the chat for your benefit, but we have to move on as a class. All right, again, if you're still working on this, the picture is inside the chat for your benefit, but we have to move on as a class. Let's move on to the next question. So notice that for each one of these, right? These are what? Right angle triangles. But what happens when we do not have a right angle triangle? So we're gonna look at something like that. So examples. And watch how I'm gonna trick you all again for the second night straight.
No, you will not.
No? We'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like how you getting your hopes up.
We'll see. We're looking at non-right angle. It happens every night. So
Almost
even
every night.
even though I
keeping my mouth closed on this one tonight because I ain't trying to get tricked no more. I died again, trick.
Casey, you give up? Oh my. That's one down. The only person I need to get rid of now is Kaden and
Yes,
and
yes, sir, I
Latalia.
give up. I give up tonight. I give
Don't
up.
give up.
I sitting this one out.
So Kaden and Latalia, it's y'all too. I need to get rid of now. Y'all gotta give up.
Never.
Never, exactly.
Never. All right, we'll see. All right, so instructions. We need to find the area of the shaded region. So the instructions are to find the area of the shaded region. So yeah, so let's do that. So Erwin, you say you do not understand? Where's Erwin? Oh, Erwin is an N. Okay. All right. No problem. Erwin, I have to explain it to you when you come to class on Sunday. So let's say we have let's say we have something like this. Good. And let's say that I want to cover the entire base, so the whole base. And let's say that we have this and the outline is like so. Okay, and so for this one, I want to find the area of the shaded region. Okay, so let's say that the shaded region is this. So I want to find the area of this same shaded region right there, the one that I'm shading in. Let's say that I know that this distance right there, let's say that we know that this distance is say, let's say 12 centimeters. Let's say that we know that this distance right here is say So we know this distance is, say, 14 centimeters. Let's say that this distance is, say, 14 centimeters. And let's also say that the distance for this one on this end is going to be 11 centimeters. So that means that this side is also 11 centimeters. That means that this side is also 12 centimeters. Good. So I want to figure out the area of the shaded region. So what must I do in order to find the area of the shaded region? What's the first thing I must do?
Length and width.
I must find the area of the what?
Triangle.
No, the area of what first?
Rectangle.
Area of the rectangle. Very good. Area of the rectangle. Now, what is the rectangle? The area of the rectangle. That's gonna be what? Still length times width.
Width.
What is the length of this rectangle?
12.
12. Someone have a question?
11. Oh.
What's
Come on.
the what's that in the under one? What's that? How much is that side?
Under one?
Yes, sir.
Under one? What do you mean under one? What is this
Yeah, where
L?
it said-
This is
How
length.
many?
That's length.
No. Well, under the instructions where it says CM.
This?
Yes, sir.
11, because both of them is 11.
Yes, sir.
So the width is going to be 11 centimeters. So what is going to be the area? 12 times 11, which is what?
132 centimeters squared.
Who said that?
Latavia.
Latavia, okay. 132. 132 centimeters squared. Good. Now we have to do the area of the area of the what?
Triangle.
Triangle, very good. Now what's the area of the triangle?
12.
What's the formula?
Is it 12? 12 cm.
Base times height.
Base times height, very good. Base times height. Divided by what?
2.
Divided by what? 2, very
2.
good. What's the base?
12.
Okay, what's the height?
11 centimeters.
11 centimeters.
The height is 11.
14 centimeters.
14, okay.
The height is not given.
The height is not given.
There's no height.
There's no height, really? You sure?
Yes, no.
I said
The height is probably 11.
What is the height?
I think the height is 11.
Is it 11?
Who said that?
The height is 11.
Oh yeah, the height is
See, Mr. Petit
It's the height, kid.
Mr. Petit didn't give us a height. Mr. Petit didn't give us a height. Mr.
The
Petit
height is
didn't give us
11.
a height.
Oh, the height is actually 11. Oh, the height is 11.
The height is 11, okay.
I could be on.
This is
I think
a non-right triangle. Non-right triangle.
Mm-hmm. Is the height 11, 14?
Natalia, hold on, Mr. Petit, tricky today. Like, think I
See, I can say 6, but I
This is
but
a
I
non-right triangle, and when we did non-right triangle, he had to give us the height.
Really?
So,
Okay, I with my girl Natalia on this one. We girl with no height.
No height is
Give
given.
us it.
Really?
Your girl?
Mr. Petit, I just sitting back and just watching all this.
You just watching?
I so confident right now.
You're confident.
think
I think it's 11.
You think it's 11? Who said that?
China.
China? China, you're a very smart girl. It is 11.
Mr. Petit.
Come on.
It is 11. All right.
You all fell for it. You all fell for it. You all fell for it.
It is 11.
When you said you wouldn't. How? How?
Because look, this distance right here, the same distance, we know it's 11, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's the exact same distance of this. If I were to draw it in, isn't it?
That didn't fail.
It's
But okay,
also
Mr.
11, yeah. So, so that's 11. So the perpendicular, and you know it's a, and you know it's a perpendicular distance because it's a rectangle. So you know that this is going to be a right triangle. I mean a right angle, not a right triangle, right angle. So it's definitely perpendicular distance. So this right here is 90. So it's definitely 11. I didn't explicitly give it to you, but if you look at the shape itself, it is 11. All right, it is 11. So the distance here is definitely 11. So that's 11. And that's 11. So what is 12 times 11?
132
centimeters squared.
132 centimeters
divided by
squared. Divided by what?
2.
Divided by 2. And what is 132 divided by 2?
66 centimeters square.
132 divided by 2 is 66. That's going to be what? 66 centimeters squared. All right. Are we done? Are we done?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. What do we need to do?
Subtract.
We need to
32 divided by 6.
Very good. We need to subtract. So we need to subtract the area of the what? Rectangle and the area of what? The triangle, right? So the total. So what we need to find is the area of the shaded region. So the area of the shaded region is going to be equal to what? 132, right?
Take away 66.
132 centimeters squared.
66.
Minus what?
66.
Minus
66 centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. Which is going to be what?
66.
66 centimeters squared.
66 centimeters squared.
Is that so? 132 minus 66 is 66. That's correct. 66 centimeters squared. And so that's how we get the area of the shaded region. All right. Good. Any questions on this? Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. If there are no questions, then I need you to take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp if you have it already. I need all of your math notes, please. Let me repeat myself. I need all of the math notes. Send me all of your math notes. Don't say you can send it later. Don't say you can send it afternoon. No, I need all of your math notes, please. If you do not have your math notes, please let me know now so I can put it in the chat for you.
I do not have my math notes.
Who is that speaking?
I haven't come to school in 3 days because my internet went out.
Who is that? Who is that? I mean,
last week my internet was out for 3 days.
no, I mean for today. I mean your math notes for today. That's what I mean. I need you.
No, sir.
Do you have all for today?
No, sir.
What happened? Why don't you have all for today?
I forgot to screenshot them.
Come on, Clement, you need to do better than that, man. And you was there all class? All right, let me take But sorry, ain't gonna change the fact that you don't have the notes, you realize that, right? Let me take a screenshot of it and send and put inside the chat. So for those who do not have the notes, here is it. This is the first slide. I'm going to put it inside the chat for those who do not have it. And just say you do not. Okay. Again, for those who do not have it, you can take a screenshot of that. Who else? Okay, take a screenshot of it. Those are the notes for the math class. So please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need all of the notes for math. All right. Elchinik, you had a question? Elchinik, you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what your question is?
Can you repeat that?
You said I said, do you have a question?
No, sir.
Okay.
But I only have two more. And the third set of questions. And I don't.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so now we're going to transition over to health science and general science. If you are not doing health science or general science, you can leave, but if you are doing health science and general science, please stay back. All right, because we have some work to do. So health science and general science, we have some work to do. If you're not doing health science or general science, then you can leave.
Good night, Mr. Matthew.
Go ahead. Good night. So those persons who are doing health science and general science, please stay back. If you are not, then you can leave, but only if you have submitted all of your work. All right. Again, we are transitioning over to health science and general science. If you go ahead.
I'm sending the math notes and the math assignment we did in class. It's
Who's that?
Akiro.
Akiro, okay. Okay, sure, no problem. I suppose it then been sent. I don't know what you waiting on. All right, so we have already looked at diseases. We look at the different categories of diseases, which was what are different types of diseases. We talked about hereditary, we talked about deficiency diseases, we talked about physiological diseases. No. We have one more type of disease to talk about. We did not talk about hereditary, so let's look at that. That's gonna be the last one, and then after hereditary, then we're gonna be looking at the human body, and so let's look at that. The last type of disease, which is hereditary diseases. So today is what? Monday, Tuesday the what? The 7th of November, 2023. Our subject is, of course, health science. And we're looking at hereditary diseases. Hello?
Sir?
Lana. Give me one moment, class. All right, so let's begin with hereditary diseases. When we talk about hereditary diseases, what do we mean? Anyone can answer. What do we mean by hereditary diseases?
A disease that is passed down from your parents.
Okay, so a disease that you were basically born with?
Hereditary diseases is diseases that is passed down generation from generation from other family members.
From other family members? Okay, very good. So okay, so these type of diseases are just like you said, those are diseases that are passed down. Okay, so these are diseases passed down through what helps to pass down information from one thing to the next.
Like
Your
dog.
DNA.
Your DNA, someone said it. The DNA or your genes. All right. From the parents. So hereditary diseases these are diseases passed down to the genes from the parents, right? Such diseases may be treated but cannot be cured. Treated. It's supposed to be treated. But cannot be cured. Now, what are the genes? When we say genes, what are genes? We say hereditary disease are passed down through the genes, but what are the genes? What are genes? Anyone know? We're not talking about genes like, you know, the pants that you wear. What type of genes are we talking about?
Like how you inherited it, not inherited it,
Your DNA?
but
Yeah.
your DNA.
So let me ask the question. What is in what? Is the genes in the DNA or the DNA in the genes?
The genes and the DNA.
The genes in the DNA?
I mean, DNA. The DNA. The gene.
What is
Wait.
what? DNA in the genes or genes in the DNA? What y'all
Genes.
think?
Genes and the.
I think genes in the DNA.
You think genes are inside the DNA?
No.
All right.
Inside the genes.
You think the DNA in the genes?
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to try? What do you think?
I think the DNA is of the genes.
You think the DNA in the genes?
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
what you
sir.
think? All right. Anyone else? Well, let's do a poll. All right. If you think that the DNA in the genes, write DG. If you think that the genes in the DNA, write GD. So again, if you think that the genes and if you think that the DNA is in the genes, write DG. If you think that the genes in the DNA, write GD. All right. Put your answers inside the chat, please. Again, if you think that the genes are in the DNA, put GD. Or if you think that the genes are in the DNA, put GD. All right. All right. Persons are answering. Good. Persons are answering. Good. So I think maybe a picture, like they say, a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. So maybe by seeing a picture, you could basically understand what's happening. All right, basically to see the difference. So let's see, GD, genes in the DNA, GD, DG. All right, so if you think that the DNA is inside the genes, you are right. Okay, the DNA are inside of the genes. Okay, so what do we mean by DNA? So DNA, right, is basically a molecule. So it's a molecule composed of two genes. So this is what we mean by DNA. But a gene is basically this whole thing right here. That whole thing is the gene. And inside the gene is the what?
DNA.
Is the DNA. Okay.
DNA.
So the DNA are inside the genes. And the genes are inside the chromosomes. And the chromosomes are inside the nucleus. All right. So it's kind of like a system. So DNA is inside the genes, and the genes inside the chromosomes, and the chromosomes inside the nucleus. All right. Let me just show you. It's a very like a picture with simplified for you. So let me show you. This makes sense. So, by the way, that's the nucleus inside the cell. So if you look at this picture, this will help simplify it too. So so what do we have? So the most smallest unit is going to be the DNA, right? So the DNA are inside of the genes, and the genes are inside of the chromosomes, and the chromosomes are inside of the nucleus, and the nucleus inside of the cell, and the cell is inside of the human body. That's basically what it is, right? So let me repeat that. The DNA is inside of the genes. The genes are inside of the chromosomes. The chromosomes are inside of the
Cell.
cells. I mean the nucleus. The nucleus inside of the cell inside the human body. All right, so that's basically the format. So always remember DNA inside genes. Okay.
Mr. Fadzi,
Go ahead.
which one you say was right?
The DNA is inside the genes. Yeah. The DNA are inside the genes. So the genes, right, make up, like we said, the chromosomes and are found in the nucleus. Of the cell. This is what we say, the genes are the blueprint of the physical development of a person. Noteworthy is the fact that the DNA are inside of the genes. And genes are inside of the chromosomes. And the chromosomes are inside of what?
Nucleus.
The nucleus. And the nucleus is inside of the what?
Cell.
Cell. And the cell is inside of the body. So if we were to draw like a flow chart of this, we'd have basically so we have, this will be DNA, how much we have? DNA, genes, chromosomes, nucleus, cell, body, so 6. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what is the first thing we're gonna put inside the first box or shape?
Tissue?
No, not tissue. The what? DNA. All right. The DNA is inside of the what?
Genes.
Very good. The DNA is inside of the genes. And the genes are inside of the what?
Chromosomes.
Chromosomes, very good. Chromosomes. And the chromosomes are inside of the what?
Nucleus.
Nucleus.
Nucleus. Very good. And the nucleus is inside of the what?
Cell.
Cell. And the cell is inside of the
Body.
body. Very good. The cell is inside of the body. Please draw this diagram and write this down. The cell is inside of the body. Okay, good. Okay, next up we have so the genes on DNA determine they determine eye color. What else do they determine? They determine how you look. They determine
What
health.
about your hair?
Yep, hair color.
The the mother that you to
Right,
tell if
and
that should be mother or not.
yeah, and many other factors, right? So the genes or the DNA that comes from your parents determine how you look. So if you look pretty, well, thanks to your genes of your parents. If you are curvy and plump, then I mean think about it. Have you ever seen someone and they are very, let's say, big, and then you see their daddy or mommy come to school and you realize, oh my goodness, all their family is very big. Or you may see someone who's skinny, and then you look at their family, their daddy is skinny or their mommy is skinny. Or if you see someone who's short, and then you look at their family, their daddy short or their mother is short. Or if you see someone who's tall, and then you look at their daddy is tall or their mother is tall. So you get them features from your parents, right? Whether it be light skin color, even how you speak, all those things. They come by and large by your parents. So the genes and DNA determine eye color, looks, health, hair color, and many other factors. All right. So if something goes wrong, with these genes, what do you think will happen to the child?
Something can be wrong with the child.
Very good. Say it
Is it
again.
possible for them to end up or no?
Okay, yeah. If something goes wrong with these genes, then when
Mr. Biddy,
go ahead.
If a black female and a black male had a baby, right? Is it possible for their kid to come out white or any lightish color?
It is possible.
I think Wendy doesn't have no melanin in her body.
And that's the albinos.
Yep,
No. He's not asking about albino. Because that is another possibility too, albino. But it's possible for a black man and a white one and a black woman to have a bright child. Even though it's rare, but it's possible because they're like the grandfather of the grandfather or the father of the child might be light skin, or their family might be light skin, and so that might be passed on to their child. So it is possible. It's rare, but it is possible for two black children to have a white child. Not a white child, but a light-skinned child. That is possible. And it is possible for them to have an albino child, which is, everyone know what albino is, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. When you have no pigment in your skin or hair color or your eyes.
Yeah, so albino, they just look straight up white. All right. Let me just show you an example of an albino person. Hope they have good pictures here. Albino.
I wonder if that boy off a black light man have albino syndrome for true.
I think he does.
So yeah, these are albino people. As you can see, they are straight up white. And
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I know an albino person.
You know an albino person, yeah. No. I've seen them in real life too. Anyone have seen them in real life?
No, sir. I didn't
Oh,
mean
yes,
albino people.
Yeah, I've seen them in real life. Yeah. So with albino, the problem with that is that they are born with the genetic disorder, right? So they are born with they don't have you know, melanin makes
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
Would vitiligo be an example of a hereditary disease?
Hereditary. What's it called?
Vitiligo.
I don't know that. I don't know about that. Spell it. Oh, you don't spell it?
I don't know how to spell it, but vitiligo.
Vitiligo.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
see. Oh, I see what you're talking about. No, that's not a. When she say vitiligo, she mean this. Vitiligo. That's people like this. This is not inherited. This is typically not inherited. This is autoimmune. All right. So that means that your body is reacting on itself. That's what they say. They say chronic autoimmune. I wonder if it's inherited. It might be inherited. It could be inherited, you know. Let's see, inherited. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does run in the family. All right. But albino, like we said before, that's when you lack melanin. As you know, melanin, I just had albino up, yeah. Albino is when you aren't born with enough melanin pigment. All right. And melanin determines your color, their skin, hair, eyes. So people with people who are albino, they very pale, like we saw with the pictures, very pale hair, very pale eyes. And so they don't have enough melanin. Now, that's because, like we said, something goes wrong with these genes when they are made or during fertilization. All right. And development. The effects will be with that person for the rest of their lives. So examples of hereditary diseases would be what?
Albino.
We talk about albino. We talk about, let me make sure y'all could see this. I don't know if we haven't talked about it, but anyone ever heard about sickle cell?
Yes.
Yeah, sickle cell anemia. That's when your That's when your red blood cell is shaped like a banana or crescent moon. What else? How about Down syndrome? Anyone know anyone with Down syndrome?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What
Right.
about short hands?
Wait, let me just show Down syndrome for people who don't know Down syndrome. Down syndrome is, I'm sure you've seen babies with Down syndrome. This is Down syndrome. So Down syndrome is basically when there's 47 chromosomes in a nucleus instead of 46. All right. So that's Down syndrome. Okay. So this is a hereditary disease, right? So passed down from parent to child. Or
I
it can
used to learn something new. That's the good thing about it, because I didn't even know you was get Down syndrome from hereditary.
Yeah, that's one of the ways. Another way that you can get Down syndrome is if you're, let's say for example, if your mother drinks lots and lots of alcohol during a pregnancy, then it can increase the risk of Down syndrome too.
They also said that when they talk about short hands.
Shorthand?
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of that. What is shorthand?
It's when the child, I don't know how you describe it, but
Let me see.
it's
Shorthand
when the
disease.
mother smokes or
I
drinks.
know what she talking about, Mr. Petit. I know somebody like that.
I know somebody with a
Oh.
short leg.
Shorthand? You mean this?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I never heard about this.
Like with baby hands.
Oh, okay. You mean like, okay, interesting. You mean this? Kind of weird.
Yes, sir.
Okay, shorthand.
Timothy,
Uh-huh.
what scoliosis is?
Scoliosis. That sounds so familiar. I don't know what that is.
I think the scoliosis is like when your back crooked. It affects your walking.
The spinal cord, I know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So Down syndrome, sickle cell anemia, obviously, like we said, that is when your cells shaped like a banana. Also, color blindness. Also, so color blindness, they only could see like shades of black and white and stuff like that. And then hemophilia. Hemophilia is basically when your blood cannot clot. So yeah, if you get like a cut, you just will continue to bleed to death if you don't get medical attention. That's hemophilia.
There was like planes that cover your bleeding up.
Well, for a regular person, you need, once you get your platelets, you're good. But for a person with hemophilia, their blood does not clot. So they need to go quickly to the doctor if they get in an accident or if their skin get cut or something like that.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. What about asthma?
Asthma could be hereditary too. Yeah. Lots of things could be hereditary too, and sometimes they can be also as a result of your own habits, right?
You could also count HIV as a hereditary disease.
It can. Like if the mother has that and it can pass on to the child, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. All right, once you finish with the work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Bitchy,
Go ahead.
may I please use the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
All right, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. So in this lesson, we looked at hereditary diseases. We looked at different types, and they affect the genes, and those genes passed on to the children, and then the children end up having the same sickness as the parents. So that's hereditary diseases. I need everyone to send me their work, please. Everyone to send you their work.
I sent the notes.
All right, good. We're gonna move on to general science. Once I have everybody notes, that's very important.
Mr. McGee,
Yes, Akiro.
can you send the notes in the top real quick, please?
Yes, I can. So for those who do not have the notes, I'll put the notes inside the chat for your benefit. Again, for those who don't have the notes, I'll put the notes inside the chat for your benefit. Malaya?
Yes, sir.
DMD is a hereditary disease.
Yes, sir.
All right, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, now we need to, once you're done with that, then you need to move on to general science. That's correct.
Mr. Badi,
Yeah.
when you like, say for example, when you get a higher grade for BJCs, it could help you beneficial when you go in the real world.
I mean, obviously, well, first of all, the first thing is that it helps you get a high school diploma. Do you want to graduate with high school diploma?
Yes, sir, of course.
Okay, okay, good. So that's the first benefit. And then it really depends on what you're trying to do. It varies from person to person, but it's a good foundation. It's a very good foundation. Regardless of what you want to be, it's a good foundation, knowing the basics. And then from the basics, you're able to extend your knowledge on and on. So
So
right.
because I get a C on English, and I was thinking about taking it over so I could try to get a higher grade.
English, you got a C for English?
Yes, sir.
You don't need to take that. That's PJC, right?
Yes, sir.
No, you don't need to take that over. Just focus on passing the rest of them with flying colors, and then focus on your PGCSEs, but don't retake that. Because what if you get a worse grade? That'll be bad, right? You gotta see you passed. Just focus on the other ones, the math, the health science, the general science, whatever you're doing.
Yes, sir. Because I think I get a C, but yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's move on. So let's add up today is Wednesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday the 7th of November, 2023. The subject is, of course, English language. Sorry, general science. Oh, you're all over the place. General science. The topic for today is we're gonna be doing Other Kingdoms Part 2. Other Kingdoms Part 2. So we looked at when we talk about other kingdoms, we're looking at kingdoms that are neither plants nor animals. All right. And so last week when we did other kingdoms, what kingdom did we look at?
Bacteria kingdom.
Who said that?
Malia.
Very good, Malia. We did bacteria kingdom. And we talk about how they are microscopic. We talk about how they only have one cell. They don't have a proper nucleus and all that stuff. Today we're going to be looking at the Protus kingdom and also the fungus kingdom. So Protus. So some organisms, let's start off with the introduction. Some organisms are neither plants nor animals. All right. But they may be placed in one of the three kingdoms below. The first one is, like we said, bacteria from last week. The second one is the Protus kingdom, so bacteria kingdom. Obviously, that consists of microscopic organisms. And then the second one is, of course, Protus kingdom. You ever heard about Protus kingdom before? Protus.
No, sir.
No. Okay, so Protus, when we talk about Protus, these are also single cell organisms. The thing about single cell of these Protus the thing about the animals in the organisms in the Protus kingdom, some are plant-like, right? So they have features that resembles a plant, and some are animal-like, right? Where do they live? Well, they live mainly in water, or inside of other organisms. So examples would be your trypanosome, and that causes sleeping sickness. Something so small, right, can cause such great damage. And let me just show you an example of trypanosome. Let's look at it, some pictures of it. There it is. Okay, this is a protus. So we have the nucleus. This is just a single cell, right? So we have the nucleus, right? We have the free flagellum, which helps it to move. All right. This is what we call a protus, right? It's a single cell organism that causes damage, and it causes like you say, sleeping sickness. All right. Another one again, trypanosome. Imagine if this gets inside of your, right, inside of your body, right? Causes some problems, right? Major problems. So this is what we call trypanosome. And trypanosome is what type? Bacteria, bacteria or protus?
Protus.
Protus, very good. It is a protus. And it consists of one cell or many cells?
One cell.
One cell organisms, very good. One cell organism. All right, good. Another type of, by the way, let me highlight this. So this is the protus kingdom. This is the bacteria kingdom. The next type that we have is going to be the plasmodium. We talked about this before. Plasmodium. And we say plasmodium is responsible for malaria. I don't know if y'all remember that. And then the amoeba and paramecium. All these are examples of protus, organisms in the protus kingdom, single cell organisms. All right, number 3 is the fungus kingdom. And what type of organisms we can find in the fungus kingdom? What type? Give me some examples of from fungus.
Program.
No. How about yeast? Yeast is an example of a fungus. Mold is an example of fungus. Mushroom is an example of fungus. All right, all those examples of fungus. All right, so and so these compose of. Let me just. They compose of or consists of fine interwoven threads. They live in the soil or inside other organisms, especially plants. They reproduce using their spores, and the spores are little green things that not green as in GREEN, but green as in GRAIN. Those things that we can. Let me show you the spores from the mushroom. So fungus spores, you can see. If you look carefully, you see the this is the spores coming out of the fungus, and that is there to basically help it to reproduce. All right, so it could produce more and more fungus. All right, so that's what we mean by spores. So they reproduce by spores, and they decompose the bodies of plants and animals, which means that they cause decay. All right, they cause decay. So they cause it to rot and decay. Okay. Examples of these would be mushroom, yeast, bread mold. You ever go and you put the bread in a certain place and then you come back after a long time and then there's mold on it?
So,
Yes, sir.
especially with strawberry.
Do you still eat it?
No.
So,
No,
I threw
sir.
that away.
Don't lie on national television. Do you still
I
eat
don't
it?
eat that.
No, sir.
You sure? Really? You sure?
Yes, sir.
My
Sure,
roommate
sure,
say
sure.
if it only on one spot, pinch it off and go eat the bread.
I ain't gonna lie, I just eat around it.
It's eat around.
Exactly.
They say
If you hungry, you hungry.
They say if you're hungry, you're hungry.
I agree with it. I ain't gonna lie, because you know when you want to make one little ham and cheese sandwich, you see, I see a little more like a pinch that off.
Exactly. Pinch off the spot where
I would never
But
eat that.
I
for the
read,
whole
I
time.
ain't doing all of that. I showing that away.
Hungry dog.
Wow. This is crazy. Y'all, so y'all eating all type of fungus.
we taking off the pieces without fungus, but we ain't
No.
eating the fungus.
I live like
Amen,
this.
preacher.
If it ain't gonna kill me, I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Getting a kill you.
Exactly. That's what
Well,
me say.
Well, you do realize that they reproduce rapidly by spores. So you may not be eating the part that has the visible mold, but they already reproduce inside that bread. So you're still eating mold, even though you can't see it. Remember, they are microscopic. So you'll be like, oh yeah, this part, only this part. That time they already take over that whole entire bread, or at least parts of that bread that you don't see. So yeah.
Well, you see, I ain't dead yet, so that's okay. But if I get sick, that's all right, because I ain't dead. I'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Okay, all right. She says she'll be all right.
Wow.
Well, they say a hungry man
That's
can.
what they say.
They say a hungry man is a dangerous man. So, you'll be surprised that people eat when they're very hungry.
Oh yeah, especially when I'm hungry, I'll kill anybody.
Well, you don't want to kill no one.
That's
Hopefully,
sarcastic.
Oh, you be
If
using
you
a.
get in between me and my
You-
food, then I have all right to hurt you.
You're using a hyperbole.
Exactly.
Yes. I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Badi, if somebody, like, say for example, you eat one little Kentucky chicken, somebody intentionally knocked that out your hand, Mr. Badi, you won't get angry?
I ain't gonna kill no one
I
about
would.
food. Nah, that don't make no sense.
I would.
All right. So y'all are funny. All right. So mushroom, yeast, mold, bread mold, ringworm, athlete's foot. Those are different examples of fungus. By the way, anyone has eaten mushroom? Anyone has eaten mushroom?
Yes,
I
sir.
put mushrooms
I
on
love
salad.
mushrooms.
Yes, sir.
Do you know that mushroom is a fungus?
What? Yes, sir.
But see, don't wait.
Yes,
please.
It's true. Mushroom is a fungus. Just saying, So if you love mushroom,
You could really step off me eating it.
if you love mushroom, mushroom is a fungus. So that's that.
Just eating it.
So that's mushroom is the type of fungus for real. So, and they reproduce using spores. I know persons who in the health world, like vegans, they like to eat mushrooms as well as a substitute for meat. And it's,
sure they ain't poisonous.
you know, some of them are poisonous, that's true. Some of them are, but not all. So we definitely don't want to eat mushroom in the wild, right? Because you don't know what is what, right? But the ones that typically comes in the store and stuff, they are typically ones that are not poisonous. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, give me an example of a kingdom that is not plant or animal.
Bacteria kingdom.
Bacteria kingdom.
Fungus kingdom.
Fungus kingdom. Very good. And what else?
Protist kingdom.
Protist kingdom. Very good. Give me an example of a fungi.
Mushroom.
Mushroom. What
Yeast.
else? Yeast. Oh, by the way, anyone has eat bread?
Yes, I love toast.
Yes, sir.
I love
Okay.
bread.
Do you know?
Oh, Miss Padilla,
do you
I know
know?
exactly what you're about to do.
Do you know? Do you know that bread contains fungus?
What?
Because
It contains yeast to help the
I
bread.
thought you was about to say bread contains yeast.
and yeast is a fungus. But the caveat is this: if you eat bread immediately after it's baked, then the fungus is not died as yet. But if you eat bread like 2 days after it's already baked, then the fungus already died. So most of the breads inside of the store, even though they were made with yeast, the yeast is not active. But if you eat bread like immediately after it's finished baked, then congratulations, you are eating fungus as well.
Oh Lord, fungus in my
But
body.
you making me don't want to eat no more bread right now. I gotta think twice.
You know when you're eating them fresh.
Fresh bread from the
The
bakery.
fresh bread will come out the baker.
Fresh bread from the
baker
bakery. Yeah,
And it hot
congratulations.
too.
Congratulations, you're eating all the fungus from the east. It's interesting.
You don't eat bread too, Mr. Petit?
No, I eat bread, but I don't typically eat bread that is immediately baked. I'm not saying I wouldn't if that's the only option. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, but do you know, just a quick transition to religious studies. Do you know that the bread that they use for the Lord's Supper, it's unleavened bread, which means that it doesn't have any fungus or yeast in it. So with the bread that they use for the Passover, and the bread that they use for communion, typically doesn't have any yeast in it. So it's free from fungus. And as you can see, it's crunchy and stuff. All right, for those who are finished with your notes and you've already sent them to me, you can leave. Again, for those who already sent us.
Good night. Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. For those ready for send their work
Good night,
in,
Mr. Petit.
you can leave if you're already sending your work.
Good night, Mr.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
As soon as we can get my work.
Did you send it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can go.
Good night.
Good night.
You must proceed.
Yes.
Send my work.
I see it. Good. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I sent my work, Mr. Patel.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.